And coming up, some very special guests just arrived here in our studio. They are going to break down what you should do in an emergency situation. And this is advice that could potentially save a life. You are watching 13 Action News at 3, and we will be right back. Well, this Saturday is National Stop the Bleed Day, and experts say 20% of trauma deaths each year could be prevented with effective bleeding control. And this weekend is your chance to learn how you could help if you are ever in this horrible situation. And joining us now to explain is community ambulance paramedic Jeff Yost and paramedic Melanie Bangle. Thank you so much for being here with us today, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Thank you so much for taking the time. Tell me first, what is Stop the Bleed Day?
So Stop the Bleed Day, it's a national event happening all around the country. Hundreds of classes are going on, and it's teaching the Stop the Bleed program, which is to make sure everyone has the ability to treat preventable trauma injuries. So if somebody has an accident on the highway, or if there's something bad that happens that causes bleeding, we can help people learn how to treat those, and they can make a difference and save a lot of lives potentially.
So we're talking about shooting, car accidents, and Melanie, is there some quick advice you can tell us? How do we stop bleeding?
Yes, the Stop the Bleed classes are great for the general public, for parents, grandparents, family members. People always assume it's always like a stabbing or shooting, something like that. We also have a lot of injuries, motorcycle accidents that happen where people can bleed to death, accidents where kids fall off their bicycle and a part of the bicycle impales their body. You know, kids climbing over wrought iron fences, I've had them impale their thigh, and so there's big arteries in there. So it's wonderful for the public to understand how to treat traumatic injuries until EMS arrives. The way to properly apply a tourniquet, if you don't do it properly, it doesn't work. So if you're trying to use something as a tourniquet and you're not sure how to do it or how tight to put it, it's not going to help. So a lot of these trauma deaths from bleeding can actually be prevented by the general public if they're trained how to properly bandage wounds and use tourniquets and other items to stop bleeding. Okay. And so that's what Stop the Bleed is about, to teach people, you know, how to treat these traumatic injuries, how to bandage the wounds, how to apply tourniquets. A lot of this stuff is used in everyday things, not just incidents like October 1.
And they're definitely going to have to show up because it's too many details to get in right now.
It is hands-on. We want you to use the tourniquets, touch them, learn how to actually put bandages over wounds. That way it becomes muscle memory.
Okay.
And you don't have to think about it when you're doing it.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And Jeff, I know that you were at 1 October. You were one of the many heroes that stepped in to help people. And I imagine this is a skill that, I mean, critical on that day.
It was. These skills are what helped save a lot of lives. There were bystanders there that had a lot of training. There were some that didn't know what to do, but they were able to learn on the fly. We told them, go ahead and use this tourniquet, or go ahead and use this gauze, and we can help. We can help teach that. It's a quick skill. It's something that paramedics, EMTs, firemen, police officers all know. But it's so easy. Anyone can do this, and it makes such a big deal when events like that happen.
Or just everyday events.
Everyday life.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is simple and can save lives, and it did so much that day. That's why we're so passionate about it.
Yeah.
And we are so grateful that you came here today. I definitely am going to look up how to do this myself.
Yeah, and people can sign up for this free class. It's free on Saturday, March 31st, National Stop the Bleed Day at Metro's headquarters. You can go to communityambulance.com and sign up. Spots are filling up, so people will need to go and sign up. There's many classes throughout the day, so many opportunities, but they do need to sign up for the class. So they can do that at communityambulance.com.
Thank you so much, Melanie, Jeff, for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Okay, so again, the class is going to happen Saturday. It's going to be at Las Vegas Metro headquarters at 400 MLK Boulevard. And you said Saturday, what date?
March 31st.
March 31st. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Brian,
thank you.
Send it over to you.